If humans are wired to be tribal creatures, how exactly do we manage that kind of tribalism in the digital age? There are so many niches you can fall into, yet increasingly it feels like all of them are a bit too shallow. Pluto in Aquarius certainly might have a lot to say about digital tribalism, but one of the deeper patterns happening to the collective can be understood by looking to Chiron. My name's Moses, and this is Astro Patterns. For most of human history, tribalism was based on your geography, and that's still true today. But the past decade has been teaching us other ways that humans group together, mainly based on interest. The introduction of the internet allowed the outsiders and misfits of the world to share a sense of community, even if they're spread out halfway across the world. Dr. Raul Rodriguez calls this digital tribalism. Social media platforms figured out that tribal emotions like outrage, belonging, and us versus them keeps us engaged, and the algorithm rewards content that fits heavily into a category. The result is that black and white statements get rewarded, while nuance gets discouraged and filtered out. Yet most of us don't function this way. Most of us can understand that every rule has an exception. So what happens when you don't clearly fit into a black and white category? Well, in terms of content creation, you become invisible. The problem is, none of these digital tribes can ever fully express what it means to be filled with potential. And that's one of the themes Chiron and Aries has been showing us since 2018. The creativity Aries tries to bring doesn't do well when everything has to be whittled down to pre-made boxes. And the more we try to fit ourselves across those boxes, the more we lose the creative potential that we have. Self-expression, especially for leaders and business owners, becomes a pressure point because there's this inherent fear that our authentic selves won't actually get as much engagement as rage bait and dogma. If I had to give any advice going into the new year, it would be to start working away at that wound now. In February, Saturn and Neptune will enter Aries, and together they'll collectively reshape how we look at themes of identity as a society. The leaders who learn how to express themselves more fully will be at an advantage. That means we will have to start showing up in more authentic ways, especially in digital spaces. The people who are able to effectively swing this will be the ones who define what the next set of boxes become. Neptune in Aries especially can lend itself to hive mind or groupthink, so it becomes that much more important to ensure you have a clear idea of who you are. AI can never replace your original thoughts, vibes, and ideas. So the question for content creators isn't what's my niche anymore. It's more of how do I show up as a full package and better understand who I am.